So in the last video, we saw that how to add a new inquiry. In this video, we will see that how to take certain actions on an added inquiry. As you can see, there are certain buttons at the top of the inquiry page, and you can take certain actions by clicking the related button. You can reach to this page again by searching the inquiry from the search tab. You can either put up phone number, passport details, name, etc. details, and then you can come to this inquiry. You can immediately take an action after adding the inquiry, or you can take an action as and when this inquiry appears in your task list. On the home page, as soon as you log in, it will show in your task list whenever you have to do the follow-up. If you scroll down a little, then there is today's follow-up list and upcoming follow-up list. By clicking the view button, you will come on the inquiry detail page. It is the exact same inquiry page. Now on this page, in the first row, there are few buttons such as follow-up, demo details, coaching, consultancy, assigned to. Let's first talk about send address button. With this button, if it's a telephonic inquiry, by clicking this button, you will be able to send the office address message on the phone number, on the registered phone number of the candidate. There is this other button called walk-in. So this is to segregate the data between two buckets, one being the telephonic inquiries and the other being inquiries which have walked into our office. By default, it will remain a telephonic inquiry. If it's a walk-in inquiry, or if the inquiry walks in after the telephonic conversation, you have to click on this button. Then it will go under the bucket of walk-in inquiry, and then it will be registered over here that the inquiry has walked in on this particular date. You can also do the undo process by clicking the same button. Thereafter, there you can add certain extra details such as date of birth, passport, address, etc. by going to the extra details tab. You can fill the extra details by filling this form. Now let's talk about the follow-up button. Now, after adding the inquiry, after a day or two, or after whatever time frame, you will do the follow-up of this particular inquiry. In the follow-up tab, you have to add that by what mode you have done the follow-up, then what discussion, what counseling that you gave, that will go over here, and then the next follow-up date. So now we want to do the follow-up on what particular date, that will go over here. Again, you can add time, you can skip that as well. As you can see, it is not a compulsory field. In the SMS, by default it will be yes. You can choose not to send the message, and then you can add the follow-up. Now the system will accept the follow-up, it will be punched in the system, and you can add n number of such follow-ups as and when it appears in your task list. And as I showed you, you can also search by name, phone number, etc. details. You can add n number of follow-ups, and after doing certain number of follow-ups, the candidate will give the decision regarding two of our offerings, one of them being coaching and the other is consultancy. Before registering for the coaching, if we are offering the IELTS demo lectures, then you can also add those details. In the demo details segment, you can add on which particular date the demo was taken, in which batch, under which faculty, and you can add your comments. Why do we take these details? Because if we have such details, then we can analyze that. Let's say we had 100 inquiries, out of which 50 people took the demo, and out of those people, 50 people who had taken the demo, 25 actually registered for coaching, so that we can measure our efficiency. So after the demo details, we can take the decision of the candidate. Either they would register with our coaching or not. If successfully they do want to register, then you can take the batch detail, batch starting date, batch ending date, and then the total coaching fees, let's say it is 10,000. And then you can also add extra comments. By default the SMS would be yes. Again it would send the prefix template message which we have approved already, and then you can save the details. If it is unsuccessful, then you can select the reason why they have not decided to join our coaching. These drop down is fully configurable from the masters. You can go and add, delete extra reasons, etc. from the masters. As of now, let's add this inquiry as a successful one, and once you add, the coaching part will be closed successfully. As you can see, the consultancy part is still ongoing. Payments to be received is 10,000. We have received 0 out of the 10,000, and you can also see the details added over here. Now on this page you can see two buttons, E and X. E stands for edit, X stands for delete. Now if you want to make any changes in any segment, you can go to E. System will ask for your password, and once you have entered the password successfully, you can make changes in the details. By X, again it will ask for the password and you can delete that particular segment. Now once you have added the amount, you can start to accept payments. This is the new button which will be generated. If you go to the accept payment, the date will appear. You can enter the amount, you can enter the mode of payment, payment type. You can, again, these drop downs are configurable. You can add n number of payment types from the masters, any description, and then you can add, if you are maintaining multiple companies, then you can choose the company under which the revenue should go. By default, again, the SMS will be yes, and you can add the payment. As you can see, out of 10,000, 5,000 has been accepted, and that will be noted over here in the payments segment. Thereafter, again, if there are 2 to 3 counselors, one of them is looking into coaching part and the other is looking into consultancy part, you can also assign this inquiry to some other counselor. So as of now there are only 2 users, you can see, and now if you want, you can assign these inquiries to some other counselor. You can also write your reason and then you can assign it. It will be registered over here in the assign history, and that person will be notified, and on the home page it will appear on their home page in this section in the assign inquiry segment. Coming back to the actions which we can take after assign, there comes the consultancy part. So in the same way we have closed coaching part, we can also close the consultancy part, which is our second offering. The candidate had made inquiry for these many countries. Now finally, for which country he or she wants to do the consulting. Let's say it's for USA and Canada, then you can uncheck other things. You can also enter your fees. Let's say that is 50,000. You can add your comments. If the candidate chooses not to opt for consultancy, you can close it unsuccessfully. Again, it will ask for reasons. Reasons are again configurable. Let's close it successfully. As of now, by default it will be yes in the SMS. The candidate will receive an SMS, and now both the services have been closed successfully, and then the to be received payment has been updated. 55,000 is the pending amount. The services are coaching plus consultancy, and as you can see, other buttons have appeared such as apply to university, document checklist, etc. Now how to operate these buttons, that we will look into next video, but I hope that these buttons are clear. These are the first set of buttons which you can use after adding an inquiry. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.